everyone, welcome to another video. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Today I thought we'd do a fun one, a refilm of an oldie but goodie, and that is the What's in My Bag video. Of course, given that you are here on my channel, this is more of a minimal What's in My Bag, so you can see what my bare essentials are. There's a little bit of a twist going on here, so you'll see what I mean in just a second. But whilst I'm on the topic of refilming older videos, many of you have sent me comments or messaged me on Instagram asking for me to re-upload some of my old videos. And you've all been so sweet saying that, you know, some of those were your favourite videos and that you'd put them on for motivation to do certain things, decluttering, cleaning, whatever it might be. I've now been through all the videos on my channel and re-uploaded. They never actually disappeared, I just had to change the privacy setting on them, but I've put back up all the ones I want to. So I appreciate that means some of the old favourites might have gone, and that is just down to my choice for which videos I want to have on my channel. And so I've already had some requests to basically refilm an updated version of the older ones, so you can still have the same sort of inspiration, motivation, or in the case of this one, just a bit of lightheartedness. And I'm more than happy to refilm some of the old favourites. I've already had requests to do a clean with me, and so I will make sure I do another one of those sometime soon, because if you remember, I kind of have a logical sort of structured way to doing my whole house clean. So one of those will be on the way soon. And if there is any of the old content that you were looking for and you want me to refilm and do you an updated version of, just let me know. I'm more than happy to put it in my videos filming list. So let me know. But we will crack on with the What's in My Bag. I've just noticed my little sunflower is just popping up over the edge of the sofa there. It looks so cute. Does it look real? It is real, and there's a whole vase full of them. I think you can only see the top one. I'd pick it up and move it, but it's doing that thing where it drops all like the yellow dust everywhere, and several times a day I have to wipe that up. But I went to a farm where you could pick your own sunflowers, and I did. I went with my mum and my sister and my little niece. For those of you that have been around for a while, like when I did Vlogmas just after she was born, she is nearly 2. She'll be 2 in November, so that is just bonkers. She's walking, she is running around and talking, and she is so clever and amazing. So little update there. But I went sunflower picking. It was lovely. It was nice to do something calm and chilled and local, and for the half an hour of the entirety of the summer when it wasn't raining here in the Midlands, because honestly our weather has been shocking. It must be the wettest summer I can remember. Anyway, on my camera we are now 6.5 minutes in, so I'll crop some of this down, but we really should get on with the video. I should have known that this would end up being a chit-chatty sort of video. So, what's in my bag at the moment? Well, it's actually what's in my 2 bags at the moment. Now, I can remember back to when I filmed my What's in My Bag videos before. I was always very adamant that I had my 1 bag because I couldn't be doing with the faff of switching between loads of different bags to suit my outfits. Well, that has now been upgraded. I know, very not minimalist, but that has now been upgraded to 2 bags. And there's a very logical reason behind that. And that is the way that I now accessorise my capsule wardrobe. My capsule wardrobe is still developing, but I'm definitely starting to settle on a style. I'm much more confident with it, and if you're interested in seeing a few of my outfits that I have been wearing, I did put a reel up showing a couple of them that I wore in London over on my Instagram, so if you want to go and follow me over there, you can see that reel in all its glory. But I now accessorise all of my outfits in my capsule wardrobe with either brown or black. And basically what I mean by that is if I'm wearing a black belt, I will accessorise with the black bag, and if I'm wearing a brown belt, I will accessorise with the brown bag. And then for the most part, shoes tie into that. Sometimes my shoes are a little bit more creative than just black and brown, but generally quite simplistic. And the only times I'm using bags outside of these 2 everyday ones are if I'm going out somewhere and the bag is part of a completely different sort of more dressy outfit. So I'm going for one of these 2 every single day for my day-to-day stuff. And the way I got over the whole I can't be bothered with the faff of moving stuff from one to the other is because what is in those bags is so very simple. It takes literal seconds to transfer from one bag to the other, so it is so much more manageable. It's not like I'm having to drag loads of stuff out and cram it into one bag or the other and make sure I've got everything. I've just got my basics here, which when I think about all the stuff that came out of my yellow bag in my very first What's in My Bag video, I'm not sure if that one is on my channel. I think that one might be, but the other two aren't, if I remember correctly. The coffee table was just absolutely covered, and now, because it's just this, it's so much easier to manage. And I'm going to talk through why these are my essentials and why I put them into my bag. So if I'm accessorizing with black, and let's face it, after the summer's over going into autumn winter, I will probably be reaching for this one a lot more. This one did do most of the days on my London trip because I accessorized with my black belt. So if I'm going for this one, this is the Audrey Mini, and that's from Oh My Bag, which is a sustainable and ethical company based in Amsterdam. And I do actually have a link with them. I will pop it down below. It's also linked on my Instagram at the moment, I think, if I remember correctly. So check that out if you are looking for something like this. Now, when I'm using this one, now this is the only thing I feel like is a bit extra of me. I match it up with my little card wallet, which is also from Oh My Bag. My cards are not in here at the minute because today when I went out, I went brown because, I'm gonna even prove my point, I'm wearing my brown belt today. But either way, whichever pairing I go for, there is a pair. Honestly, transferring from this one to this one is the thing that takes me the longest. When I use this one, I don't take any coins though, whereas this one has got space for coins. But I generally just pull out my cards and whack them in here and leave the cash behind. On the other side, when I'm going for a brown day, I have this bag, which is my Ralph Lauren bag. This one is slightly spacier, but honestly, it doesn't end up getting filled. I just really like the simplicity of this one. And my little card wallet isn't an exact match. The colour is pretty close, but actually this one is from Kate Spade. I'm just hoping my camera's focusing on that because I can't really tell. So whichever side I'm going for, I have my card wallet, I've got my cards. This also has my driver's license in, and then if I've got this one, just a bit of cash, but I don't very often have cash anyway. Then of course the next obvious is the phone. I've got an email, excellent. I can fit that into either bag, it doesn't matter which one I take, but honestly, more often than not, this is either in my hand or in my pocket. There's another thing as well that isn't here because it doesn't need to be, and that is my sunglasses, but they are more often than not on my head, on my eyes, or if I do take them off, I hook them on the top of my shirt, so I never have them in my bag, and so I don't even bring the case out with me. Another thing I sometimes bring out with me if I'm driving are my normal glasses, just because I have contact lens fear. That I'll have driven somewhere, something will cause a problem with one of my contact lenses, I'll need to take them out and put my glasses on to be able to drive home. But then of course I've got my car because this whole anxiety, I guess, is focused around me being able to drive my car and not being able to see. So I leave those in the car. So I do keep a few bits and pieces in my car, which means they don't need to be cluttering up my bag, and therefore keeping everything simple, meaning the transfer from one to the other, whichever I decide to use, is super duper simple. Up next is keys. So I have my house keys and my car key. I treated myself, I say treated myself, when I was on my last cruise in the spring. We got onboard spending money as part of our deal, so I'm technically classing these as free, but I bought 2 Katie Loxton key rings. The one for my house keys is just this purple one, and it says, "Do what makes you happy," which is definitely something I need a reminder of. So I have my house keys, and then on my car key, which, now I'm not a big fan of the colour red, but the little logo on my car key is red, and it was the same red as this key ring. And when you see what this key ring says, focus, you can do it. There we go. Keys to my heart, which I think is so cute and totally true because I spend so much time in my car now, traveling around and enjoying myself and just going off exploring. So I think that's adorable. And then we just have a few basic bits and pieces. Always have a little thing of mints. Really not an essential, but for me, just something I like to have. Makeup wise, I just have a Clinique pressed powder and then my Glossier Ultra Lip in my favourite shade, which is Villa. So this is my go-to, so it's the one that's always in my handbag because it's my essential one. I love this, it's my favourite. I also have a comb and a hair bubble in my bag. I then have an array of tablets for random things, just to make sure my day goes smoothly. I am one of these people that cannot be doing with anything that doesn't feel quite right. I am a drama queen about this. I've always been like it. I've never been good with feeling ill, especially feeling like physically sick. I can't cope with it. It's like my only thing I'm really ridiculous about. And everyone that knows me knows I'm ridiculous about it. So I always have a selection of tablets with me that can basically fix anything that's wrong with me. Got a headache, I've got paracetamol. Got an upset tummy, I've got Rennie. I've got Imodium. You know, I've got all my options covered. I will always make sure I am not going to be inconvenienced because I don't want to have a bad time wherever I am, and I want to really make sure that I'm okay. So in order to combat that, I've always got something, which I think for a lot of people, it'll either seem excessive or it wouldn't have even crossed their mind to do that, but it's because feeling unwell is like the one thing that stops me in my tracks. I am majorly inconvenienced by these things and really struggle to cope. So just having those bits and pieces just makes me feel a little bit better, and they don't take up that much room though altogether. That's quite significant. But I'll always have them with me just so I'm covered, basically. I then have, of course, the essential feminine hygiene products, just in case. Now, I do track my cycle. I use natural cycles and do the temperature taking and everything. I'm a bit of a nerd, to be honest. I'm literally waving this around. Should I use this as my pointer? And I love to watch the little graph and see what's going on. I find it really interesting and to actually learn more about my body. So I do track it, but even then it has been known to creep up on me like a day or two early. So it's always good to be prepared. And then I have a blister plaster just in case and a pen. And that is it. That is everything that's in my everyday bag. And it's so simple. And I can fit these things into either bag. So imagine all my cards are already in here, but they're not, they're in the other one. They can go in like that. I can put my powder in. Let me take these little bits, put my tablets in, my comb, my hair bubble, my little plaster. I kind of use this front pocket for all the bits and bobs. Same with the other one actually. Front pocket for like bits and bobs, back pocket for like phone, keys, purse, and all of that sort of thing, which I've never really realised I was doing. And the little zip at the back, I will just pop these items, because we all just have the little zip pocket at the back, don't we? I think that's universal by this point. Pop my little pen in there, put those in there, those in there, that in there. So for this one, it is a little bit more of a tight squeeze because it's smaller, but all my essentials are in there, sorted, except the fact that I've not transferred my cards across. And that's it. So I do now operate a 2-bag system, but with very basic, minimal stuff in there. Other things that cross my mind that I think you might need, or things I used to keep in my bag when I had a massive bag. So I used to keep an umbrella in my bag. I now use my phone and check the forecast. If it might rain, I'll take an umbrella with me, but you know, I can carry that, or I can pop it in my car, that doesn't matter. I used to keep a phone charger in my bag. I no longer do that anymore, mainly because I can charge my phone from my car now. So I keep a cable in my car, but if I'm somewhere without a car, I just find now so many people's phones operate off the same charger. So if you go to someone's house or to work, somebody usually has a charger, and my phone is always charged at the same time of day, so I can pretty much be sure in the fact that it won't lose its charge when I need it. But I just find wherever you are, you can find a charger. Someone's got a charger. What else did I used to put in my bag back in the day? It's hard to remember. Oh, like a little shopping bag. I now just keep shopping bags in my car, or if I know I'm going out shopping, again, I'll take that. And you know, you can fold them up so small. If it was this bag, I'd be able to fit it in. I could pop it in my back pocket. If it's in the winter, I could pop it in a coat pocket. Like, there are ways around these things. But you know, not every time I go out am I going shopping where I need a little shopping bag, so I don't need to have it with me all the time. I like to keep things very simple and very minimal. I'm really struggling to think what else I would keep in my bag. Let me know down in the comments, what sort of things do you keep in your bag that I'm completely forgetting and I'm not considering an essential for myself, because I'm really drawing a blank. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this update. It's a really fun one to film. It's not one of those more serious, helpful videos. I enjoy doing it, and it's nice to sort of give you an update as to where I'm at, because things change, and as I try different things, my ideals change, and this is just where we are right now. I'm sure at some point it will change again. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments about any of my old videos that you would like me to refilm an updated version for, just in case you are missing that content. Do let me know. Otherwise, I think that's it for this video, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, you can do so by clicking this picture here, and if you're sticking around for another video, I will leave one just here that I think you might enjoy. That's all from me for this video. I will see you in another one again soon. Until then, take care. Bye.